Hello, if you're seeing me and you've been looking for some advice or some clarity, or just feeling like you know there's something you need to do, but you can't quite figure out what is being asked of you, it's discipline. To start off, it's commitment. It's if you're looking for long term stability, making sure that in your own personal small moments, that you're creating stability within yourself. Ten of Cups, and emotional stability as well, like true stability. And so this could be kind of pointing out a little bit of mental instability, maybe really working around discipline and the emotions, kind of like noticing if there's even in any little small way you kind of try to repress or suppress or distract, that like it's okay sometimes to fall into distraction. Sometimes we need distraction. Sometimes we need space. We need moments to kind of breathe and recollect. We're not always in the best position, 111, in certain moments or when things happen at the time to always handle them the way we feel we must properly handle them. Sometimes we're just not always 1, 2, 3 fully equipped. But when you do take the time to think on it, there's something about really committing to some kind of real discipline in the mind, like real discipline in the mind here. Oh, okay. Well, I split to the Two of Cups earlier and it came out with the Wheel. So this could actually really help you with connections, with love. Oh, and the Knight of Cups. Hello? There could be a little bit of reactivity that, oh, we have the Lovers and then the King of Swords. Oh, and I see the Queen of Swords. That was crazy. Yeah, she's popping up right here. King and Queen of Swords. With the Eight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups sliding out right there. Okay. Anyways, I digress. Let's get back to what I was talking about, which is right now having emotional discipline, because it's making me think this morning, actually. I was kind of having a conversation with my friend a little bit about this, about learning to really like take things slow and let not only words but also actions kind of align and show true colors, show direction, show intention, but not also intention but impact as well. Like learning to really ride with things rather than kind of chasing after intensity is a little bit of what this is, because that discipline doesn't allow like intensity or the adrenaline to hit quite the same. And doing that really helps like you stop kind of bringing in toxic patterns or toxic cycles, toxic people, because you're not chasing after a high, you're not chasing after an experience, you're experiencing it. You've already implemented it internally. 333, you've all brought it back to your center. You experience things consistently rather than going through periods of kind of repression that could lead to recklessness, or very much like the unhealthy version of an I don't give a fuck kind of mentality. But it's like the more that you kind of wrap it around, because you probably really do give a lot of fucks, but the reason this frustration, this anger is there is to be listened to be heard, so that there can be change in boundaries, adjustments in boundaries, in standards. Yeah, it's like almost kind of allowing reality checks to be something that like come around a lot more, and not like reality checks that are like filled with negativity or doubt or fear or shame. They're fueled, hello, with the curiosity of the unknown, right? The potential of the unknown, where things could go. It's infinite, right? So to ride the roller coaster, to kind of let things progress naturally, so that you can kind of see where it does lead. 444, rather than kind of putting a narrative or chasing something. It's like, oh, we'll just see what happens, we'll see what comes together, right? Like you get along with someone maybe like at work, or someone you met out on the town, or met out like at like a function or an event or something, and you have a lot of really good times, and it's like you allow time to kind of show if that was more just temporary, like, you know, one of those things where you kind of let someone in casually to release them casually because it's that kind of exchange of in and out, or if it's something a little more deep, rather than kind of seeing everyone that brings on that excitement, that fulfillment as something deep. Because sometimes we don't wait around for people, we don't sit down and kind of hold on to things. Sometimes we do really need to let go, and other times we can hold on because it's safe to. But it's about learning that balance. So this is all kind of, if you're seeking this, especially within love, or like 543 on my timer, you can really experience I don't know, I feel like telling you I saw 511 earlier, but when you're really rather wanting to experience what love is and what it feels like rather than the idea of it, it requires the emotional balance, because love can make things fickle. Emotions kind of ride in and out. So you do have to like learn not to swing with the intensity as much if you're looking for long-term stability. So it feels like Spirit is kind of challenging you to start this within if you're looking for these kinds of changes in your love connections, like romantic or like platonic, familial, like anyone that you really cherish, anyone you really love. When you want to see those kind of things do better, sometimes it's about pouring back into your cup and recognizing like where you're leaking, where your lack is coming from, before we really get back into connection. And not to say we need to like entirely isolate, but to take enough time back to recognize what's ours and what isn't, right? Bringing that discipline, that emotional discipline back to the center. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the triskelion again. Yeah, because Spirit's wanting to help you heal anxiety, a fearful mindset. Like, you could be almost paranoid a lot, or just like very overthinking, very fearful of just like, you could have been through a lot, or you could know that like this world could be a little cruel. So it puts you a little bit into your head, into your mind. But Spirit's calling judgment on like that specifically. Like, why are you actually scared if things were to go wrong? Do you not recognize your ability to power through, to have the strength to persevere? Not that you deserve the things that you go through, but to show that you have the strength to to live truthfully, like to live true to you, and not let the things around you kind of actually weigh you down and like keep you looking down at the ground instead of like at the help or the energy or the things that are around you. Yeah, feels like you've had to deal with a lot. And you know what this is making me think, and I've been kind of saying this a lot recently, but it's almost like the energy of like you having the perfect backstory for a villain, but like choosing love anyways, right? Rather letting go of all the hurt that you've accumulated from all the shit that you've been through, and choosing to be love, choosing to choose love, choosing love. Oh, and my nose is running. Okay, nice. Yeah. Choosing victory, looking forward, right? Allowing the future to be something that is filled with curiosity and excitement around the unknown, rather than fear or paranoia with what is going on. Kind of like fearing that like, especially if it's like you fear things going well because you're afraid it could fall out from under you. 858. It's like learning to recognize the lesson from things that did do that, like where maybe you weren't standing in your worth or your self-esteem, your confidence, something like that, where it reflected that back to you. 9/11, instead of seeing it as something like you're not meant to experience good things, because you're meant to experience beautiful things. You just needed to acknowledge the beauty within you so that you stopped staying in places that were not for you. I almost wanted to say like beneath or below you. Not the biggest fan of those phrases, because on some level we all hit equality, but there's also a big difference in this anyways. So yeah, it's like a very humbled way of approaching it. Like, that's just not for me. That's just right. But that's the message I have here. You're about to step into some real internal peace, which is going to really help you call in peaceful people.